Olivia Schoolfield, and this is my dog, Duval. When we wanted to adopt him, we saw his picture on the Humane Society's website, and we found out from the staff that he was in the Sequatchie hoarding case, and that he was very shy and not very socialized. So we did our research and, you know, looked up how to take care of a dog with that kind of issue. Kathy worked with us and Lori worked with us to get him used to us. It did help us a lot. They gave us lots of tips. You know, we would text Kathy and Lori and Donna all the time about, you know, things that Duval was doing, or if he didn't seem comfortable with us, what could we do? And they were very helpful and they were very interested and they offered lots of advice. So recently we adopted another dog right around Valentine's Day. Her name is Iris and she's a big old hound dog. That was the first time I saw him wag his tail the morning after we brought her home, because you could tell he was excited. He was running around, you know, just glad to have another dog with him, another dog to form a little pack with, and it's really brought him out of his shell.
I had a beard, glasses, hat syndrome for, you know, a rescue dog, and he wasn't having any of it, and he's still pretty skittish around me. When we first got him to now, it's really night and day, even though right now he still seems really scared around me. But it was even worse. He would have been, his head would have been straight up, back, arms straight out. I take him on a lot of walks. He's a good walker. He stays right beside you regardless of who's walking him. It's like nothing's on the leash. We can hear him at night and they're chewing on stuff, moving around, his collar's jingling. We have no idea what he's doing, but he's having a blast at night.
When we bought our new home, we were really excited. Duval seemed to like it a lot. The day after we moved in, that morning, my husband took him outside. As soon as my husband turned around to talk to the neighbor, Duval darted off. This was a week or two before the 4th of July, which really scared us because of all the fireworks and just knowing the type of dog he was. He's so quiet. We've never heard him bark still to this day, so we knew he'd be really scared and really hard to find. But we put out flyers, we posted things on Facebook, a lot of people shared it. We were so thankful for everyone that was so concerned about him. The Humane Society came out and set up a little humane trap because some people said that they had seen him. He was about 2 miles away from our house, living out in this man's garage. The guy was out of town a lot for business, and Duval's a quiet dog. He was just kind of like, oh, you found me. My adventure's over. Okay, well, I guess I'll go back home. He'll let us put anything on him. He likes to wear my sunglasses. We dressed him up for Halloween. He wore Santa hats on Christmas. He wore bunny ears on Easter. Yeah, he doesn't mind. He's a little character.
Pretty Boy came to the Humane Society in November 2013. He was adopted a couple of times, but always he ended up back at the shelter. Then Jeff came to the Humane Society hoping to find a friend for his dog, Diamond. He quickly decided Pretty Boy would be perfect. Jeff came to the Humane Society every day so Pretty Boy could get to know him. He also brought his dog Diamond for them to play and to bond with each other. By then, his name had been changed to Henry. Volunteers, Donald, Lucy, and Laura, helped Jeff prepare for Henry's homecoming, including helping to raise the level of the fence to 8 feet. Henry's adoption was the first in Chattanooga to be sponsored by the Pets for Vets, an organization that helps veterans adopt sheltered pets. As a proud parent, Jeff sent several pictures of Henry to us. Henry loves his backyard, and he and Diamond are very close. After a year and a half, the right person found Henry.
I have been a volunteer at the Humane Educational Society for, gosh, probably over 10 years. Ryder is about 2 years old. When he came in, was diagnosed with demodectic mange, which is not contagious to other dogs or humans. When a dog has demodectic mange, there's a special shampoo that we use about every third day. You bathe them in it, and then they sit for 10 minutes, and then you rinse them off. And that helps with all the raw skin and just the irritations that were all over his body. His feet were swollen, and he was sensitive to be touched. During the day, he's crated, but at night he sleeps with us. He seems to like that better, and he feels safer. He plays beautifully with the dog that was standing with us earlier. Her name is Sadie. Once he gets used to you, he will love you, as the person videoing us right now experienced. But he should be ready pretty soon for his forever home. Sound fun. I love that you kiss us. Give me a kiss, Mom. Well, I'm a good boy.
The Humane Society Animal Control received a call from Red Bank about an injured gray cat. At the scene, the cat walked up to the officer, gave a quiet meow, and rubbed on his leg. His injury appeared to be from an animal bite that had become severely infected. Apparently, the cat was a stray who had been fending for himself.
I'm Sarah with the Humane Society, and this handsome boy is Marcus. Due to his face, we took him over to River. He had an abscess on his face, and they drained it for us. And we've got him on some antibiotics, and we're flushing out his wound. Mostly just loving him till he gets better. And so far, he is doing pretty well. He's been healing up all right. We may have to put a little cat cone on around his neck because he is scratching at it a little bit. Because it does itch when it heals up. So we may have to put the cone of shame on him.
This is Finn. We figured Finn is probably about 2 years old. And what had happened is he apparently had this trauma, some type, like I said, hit by a car, and he made his way to somebody's property where the owner of the property found him inside of his barn, and he called us. He obviously knew that he was in some kind of trouble because he had multiple wounds on his body. He had multiple contusions, and he had some small lacerations. There was one on top of his head, and there's one there on the front of his leg. Those are all doing really well. This is the one that we're mostly concerned with at this point. So we're going to be working with Finn for probably, I think it's pretty safe to say, at least the next probably 4 to 6 weeks as we continue, as he continues to heal. Okay, so what we normally do with him is we let him finish pulling off. He doesn't like it when it pulls the wound a little bit. And he's been really good about taking it off by himself. But we know it's just better not to push it. Just give him his own time to get it off. The first time we did attempt to pull off, he didn't really care for that, so we let him do it himself, which doesn't hurt anything. And it just makes our job a little bit easier. He's been on antibiotics and obviously medication to help control the pain.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't look.
Yeah.
Don't look over there. Don't look over there.
And he's really taken to Heather, which helps quite a bit. He puts up with us. He came in with a lot of
parasites. He came in with a lot of fleas, and you know, we've been working with that as well. So it's just been, he's just had a handful of problems when he came in. And like I said earlier, when he first came in, he was not very happy. He didn't feel good, and you know, a lot of discomfort. So whenever we worked with him, he got a little snarly, curled his lip, and we were hoping that would change. And of course, as you see today, that's really changed. So we're very happy that we worked with him. And it's just super that we got people out there in the community that, one, called us and they care about him, and two, that they donate to us so we can continue this great work. So we're just going to keep working with Finn until he gets 100% recovered.
I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you. Good job.
My name is Sean. I'm a staff member here at the Humane Society, and this is Princess. Come on, Princess. Little baby. Princess was brought into us by a family with a severely broken leg. She had broken 3 separate places. She's doing a lot better now, and she's looking for a home. Princess is wearing the color of shame. It's just to keep her from biting her staples out. She will have it removed when her staples come out.
Princess and the following dog, Handsome, both went on rescue wagon transports this past year. Rescue Wagon is a wonderful program sponsored by PetSmart Charities that transports dogs from highly populated shelters in the south to less populated shelters in the north and northeast. Our shelter sent 636 dogs on rescue wagon transports last year. Most of those dogs were adopted within days of arrival at those shelters. So far this year, we have sent over 250 dogs on rescue wagon. Princess was transferred to Minneapolis and now lives in a home by the lake. Her new owners call her Dexy, and they tell us she enjoys walking around the lake and squirrel spotting. She's super sweet, loves being around kids, dogs, and cats, and is a perfect addition to their family.
Well, this is Handsome. Handsome, we received a call through Animal Control Services, and that someone had actually seen Handsome run over by a car. Of course, no one stopped. A passerby did come by later, not the person that hit Handsome, so we don't know what happened there. But of course, we responded, and we could tell he was in definitely some serious pain at that point. We brought him in, got him over to the vet, and immediately did x-rays once we considered that he was stable. We can tell from the passerby the car actually ran over him, over his back end. Fortunately, there's no internal injuries, but his pelvis is definitely broken in numerous places. There's at least 4 places where his pelvis is going to need actually surgery to bring the bones back together so that we can start the healing process. So definitely a traumatic injury for Handsome, but we expect him to recover 100% with surgery. This morning, Handsome is getting ready to be loaded up by one of our long-term volunteers who's going to transport Handsome to one of our orthopedic surgeons over in Northeast Georgia. This surgeon works with us on a regular basis, helps us quite a bit. He's got the skills that we need to be able to get Handsome and many other animals that he takes care of for us back on the road to recovery and get them back to 100% health. And that's what we fully expect, so we're excited to get him on the road this morning. And hopefully within a week or so, obviously the surgery will be completed, and then we'll start the recovery process and rehab to hopefully in 6 to 8 weeks be able to get him placed in a forever home.
Hi, this is Handsome.
Hey, Handsome.
Traveled from Chattanooga. He's all ready for y'all to fix him up. Well, look who just came back. In fact, he had to have surgery on 2 different days. I know. Because his pelvic fracture was so bad. But look at that! Woo! Oh my goodness, and he is ready for adoption.
I'm Ty Federico, and I'm a vet at Riverview Animal Hospital. So what happens is sometimes we get these tumors that grow on the eyelid, and if it gets too big, like this one has, then it starts to rub on our eyeball, and so it's causing a lot of irritation right now. It can even cause blindness if we don't get it taken care of. Not to mention that it's just really unsightly, and she would have a hard time finding a home with that on there. Tomorrow, we're going to get in and take that tumor off and sew her eyelid back together so she'll be more comfortable. Her eye, I think, is normal. We won't really know until after surgery, but it looks like most of the damage is temporary to the actual eyeball itself. So as bad as it looks, it's a very dramatic lesion, but once we get it off of there, we should be able to get the eyelid put back together. She may have kind of a sort of a quizzical look for a few weeks as her eyelid sort of stretches out, but once it gets stretched out, you really won't be able to tell that anything's ever happened. We try to work with the Humane Society as much as we can, so she's a sweet dog. I mean, it's a shame that somebody has just neglected her so badly, and but she's where she needs to be now so she can get a new life and a new forever home. Hey, baby girl, you're so sweet. Yeah, she's gonna be all as good as new when we get done with her. So these mats have been here for, I guess would be years. They've really, I mean, that's just a solid mat of hair and debris that's gotten tangled up in there. It's like dreadlocks for a dog. So.
And you're going to be grooming her too, right?
Yes, I will be. So she should grow back. Once this is, she'll have to shave her down to the skin, and her hair will come back this beautiful black color. She'll be she'll smell a lot better, that's for sure.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm mostly a cat volunteer, and this is Bree. She was found by our animal control officers. She had a mangled leg, and they think she was probably hit by a car, so they brought her in so she could have her leg amputated, and a lot of really wonderful people helped to pay for her surgery so she could have that amputation done. Bree is absolutely ready to be adopted. She won't let her missing leg keep her down. She gets along very well with other cats. And she does okay around dogs, if they're calm and sweet like her.
I'm Taylor, and I'm a dispatcher with the Humane Society. And I was there when this little girl came in, Nico. She was an owner surrender. Nico's 1 year old. She was purchased from a breeder as a purebred husky, and it became clear pretty quickly that she had some issues. She was born, we think, with some neurological issues that make it difficult for her to use her limbs. And it's just something that she's probably suffered with since birth and will, you know, learn to deal with as she gets older. I went ahead and brought her home. She needs more one-on-one personalized care. She's been doing great, being in a home environment, getting a little exercise. She's using her limbs, they're getting stronger. But she is actually fully house trained. Really, we're hoping we can get her into a little wheelchair so that she can get around easier. How to be able to exercise them without putting too much stress on her joint. She just needs a little support
a little patience and help, getting where she needs to go, but she's highly motivated to do stuff on her own, and we just saw a lot of potential in her. We thought that she might be a really good candidate for a disabled dog rescue, or just another solution other than just, you know, giving up on the girls. We're thinking that water therapy will actually be one of the best solutions for her issues, because then she can work out these muscles that have clearly atrophied. So we're doing what we can to try to make sure that she's healthy and strong. She's got a great personality and she loves life. She loves to chase other dogs and play. She gets startled. She might have a little issue with her balance. Well, she always has an issue with her balance. But I think that she's getting stronger every day. So that's why we think she'll do so well with a wheelchair. She just needs a little bit of extra support. We really believe that with the help of the Humane Society and with our wonderful donors in this area, we can give her the care that she needs to live a full and happy life.
Hey, my name is Kay Baker. I'm a board member of the Humane Educational Society, and this is Guinness. Guinness came to the Humane Educational Society in March of 2014. My husband Brian and I adopted him in August of 2015 after we had been working with him at an event called Press for Pups. And even though we already had 3 dogs at home, when we left the event and Guinness had to go back to the shelter, Brian looked at me and he said, "We have to adopt him." Guinness was heartworm positive. The Humane Society was one of the first shelters in this region to actually treat heartworm positive animals that were in their care. If you don't know, heartworm kills dogs, and the Humane Society relies largely on donations to our special needs funds and the Save a Heart program to treat this deadly disease. Once a dog receives treatment for heartworm and continues on the monthly preventative medicines that are available, they are cured and are no longer in danger of dying from heartworm disease. Dogs successfully treated will live a normal, healthy life. Since beginning the program to treat heartworm disease, the Humane Educational Society has treated hundreds of dogs just like Guinness. Currently, we have approximately 47 dogs on the waiting list. The donations from you and others help dogs like Guinness lead happy, healthy lives. Hey, buddy, you're a good boy. Adding a 4th dog to our family did come with some challenges, but Guinness has adapted really well to our family. Maggie, Libby, and Annabelle and Guinness sleep together, eat together, and take walks together. Sit. Maggie doesn't have to sit because she has senior status. Libby, come. Guinness, come. Maggie. Good girl. If we could adopt all the dogs left in the shelter, we would. But because we can't do that, we would really like for all the dogs and cats at the Humane Educational Society could find forever homes like Guinness. What I'm about to do is going to drive them nuts. They are going to get very excited. Hey guys, guess what? Guess what? Road trip! Road trip! Road trip! Road trip! Road trip!
I'm Greg, and this is Layla, a female. She's 5 years old. She's a real sweet dog, and she's been at the kennel, the shelter for probably about a year and a half, and she needs a home. And she'll find her as being very quiet and very sweet, and she likes people, and she likes other animals, other dogs, kids. So come and visit, come take her home.
Just take half of that, just half. Just take your half. No, there. See, I get half now.
Go ahead and do that. She would love to find a home. She tells me that she's house trained. Even though she's been here so long, she remembers. What? Oh my goodness.
And I'm about 6 years old, but you would never know it to see me leash walking and playing in the roaming room. I love other kitties, and I get around really well. I'm not shy, I have a nice confidence, and I was a stray. I'm here at the Humane Society looking for my forever home.
Kathy Mendel. I'm a volunteer at the Humane Society, and we're at another off-site adoption event today with Astra, and she's looking for her forever home. She's been at the Humane Society for a little over a year. She's a little shy, so she needs someone that's going to have the patience to spend with her and give her the confidence that she needs. She's a great, sweet little girl, though.
night and day I pray the Lord up above, please send me down somebody to love. But nobody wants me.
I'm Rebecca Shearer. This is Roscoe. He's been at the shelter maybe 6 months. I always said if he were a human, he would be a brilliant conversationalist, and he would have a very dry sense of humor. But Roscoe's a really chill dog. He's very loyal, very friendly, and he really enjoys other dogs too. He would make a great pet. I'm a volunteer here at the Humane Society. I've been volunteering for several years. I run the Instagram account for Humane Society. It's HESCHATT, and my goal with that is to capture the happy of our critters.
Everybody, I'm Sydney. I'm a really fun dog and smart too. I originally came to the shelter in June of 2014. I went home with some people for a while, but now I'm back. They're really good to me here. They even treated my heartworms, and they give me my medicine every month so I won't get them again. And sometimes volunteers come and take me outside and play with me and take me for walks. Look what I can do. All I want is a forever home with someone who loves me. Whoa! I've never done that one before. And the other way too. I promise to be good and loyal, and most of all, I will love you for the rest of my life. I hope my special person finds me soon. Maybe it's one of you. Well, until I get adopted, I live here in Kennel 25. I'll be waiting.